Welcome to our Pecha Kucha presentation on online ticket touting. Today we will be discussing the concept of online ticket touting as a litmus test to judge the effectiveness of Article 14 of the e-commerce directive. Our case is about online intermediaries who facilitate private resale. They are making huge profits by turning a blind eye to or assisting illegal and invalid sales, as well as displaying misleading information. They pose as primary sellers, and this leads to consumers making purchases they would not have made otherwise. They risk having their tickets canceled or being turned away at the door, and in some cases, the tickets that they paid for have never existed in the first place. Before the digitization of the market mainly consisted of men standing outside of the venue, yet muttering buy and sell at passing punters. It has since evolved to a tech-savvy profiteer system based on secondary markets. So the ticket resale market was estimated to be worth around 12.14 billion in 2019. By comparison, the global audio and video music streaming market was worth at just around 10.4 billion. With such a high demand in tickets, it's not surprising that the secondary market is thriving. This brings us to the various issues that we identified with regards to ticket touting in the digital age. So what issues actually arise? There are three, namely tickets harvesting by bots, anonymity, and a disorienting environment. Sometimes there just aren't enough tickets available for everyone who wants to attend an event. So more often, ticket bots may also be a factor. People that may want to use these bots software to, for example, buy tickets quicker than the average consumer, cheat the ticketing system, and bypassing ticket limits, buying tickets using fake names and addresses, and as a result, they resell the tickets for higher prices than on the secondary market than on the primary market. Ticket resale can be viewed as a spectrum of activity. On the one hand, there are general consumers looking to resell tickets to events that they actually can't attend. But on the other hand, there are commercial resellers whose aim is to purchase and resell these tickets for profit. So while C2C resale is generally supported by the industry as well as regulators, commercial reselling is not. A close look at two major secondary ticketing marketplaces reveals that commercial reselling dominates the market. So on the slide, for example, you can see the traders listing tickets for London events that were promoted by Viagogo. In total, an average of 79% of tickets on Viagogo were actually sold by commercial traders. So this is pretty shocking. In order to promote these listings, platforms act further than they role as hosts by taking out advertisements and also placing a few of them on their own websites. Often also making use of misleading words such as official and guaranteed to make consumers believe in a deceptive sense of security. In 2018, Google banned the use of official unless authorized, showing that consumers are not even aware that they're often buying from secondary sources. So in 2019, Viagogo was fined by the Italian court for the sum of €3,700,000 for hosting tickets in contravention with Italian law, specifically by listing tickets resales that were above face value. The Viagogo case contravened Italian budget law that stipulates that only authorized ticket providers can sell tickets for entertainment events. Viagogo argued that it was acting as a passive hosting provider due to its main objective of connecting interested sellers with the buyers and therefore raises a defense on Article 14 of the ECD. Let's look at Article 14. So this provides an exemption from liability on the condition that the hosting provider doesn't have knowledge that the illegal activity, is not aware of the facts or circumstances, or if they do know the facts and circumstances, acts in an expeditious way to remove or disable access to this unlawful content. So regarding these passiveness requirement, Article 14, there is an ambiguity regarding the passiveness requirement. Recital 42 of the ECD states that the service provider has to be neutral in the sense that its conduct is merely technical, automatic, and passive. However, also the definition of passiveness was never accurately defined by case law, and we went a little bit further on this in our position paper if you'd like to read it. And now let's do a quick SWOT analysis of Article 14. Upon doing the SWOT analysis, you will all be given an impression of our main takeaways of the position paper. So our strengths, it facilitates the digital single market. opportunities. It modernizes it to make it fit with the current online environment. There are threats as it can be abused due to this ambiguity that we've been talking about before surrounding the concepts of neutrality as well as passiveness. And weaknesses is that it lacks a solid jurisprudential interpretation, case law, yeah, stuff like that. So these so-called secondary ticket platforms are often instilling misleading marketing practices, such as paying to appear first on the top of Google rankings, so as to basically misdirect consumers towards overpriced resale tickets, even when face value tickets are largely available and providers are aware of this fact. Viagogo, for example, topped the search rankings 65 times for these UK upcoming 100 tours, presenting itself on Google as an official site. Despite secondary ticketing platforms' domination of search results, it was found that only 6 of these 100 tours were genuinely sold out, with the vast majority still having face value tickets available from these authorized primary sellers. So people are basically getting tricked. So in conclusion, Viagogo and secondary ticket sites are not passive hosting providers, and they're trying to exploit the ambiguity surrounding Article 14 to use it as a shield for their illicit behaviors. The article was enacted when the internet was in its fledgling stages and is now no longer fit for the purposes. Even the issued jurisprudence has not had the attempted chilling effect on hosting providers to be able to abuse Article 14 or to stop from abusing Article 14. As you can see also by this beautifully constructed data shield image, this tells us all we need to know about ticket touting and your jurisprudence surrounding the issue. Thank you very much for listening. This presentation was made available by Group 3. I was fortunate enough to be allowed to present, but my other group were the brains behind their operation. So all credit goes to them. And on behalf of all of us, thank you all for listening. We're excited to hear from you if you have any questions surrounding the issue. Thank you.